Well, howdy folks, welcome to Mower Mike. Today I'm going to talk about one of the funnest ways you can make money, which is scrapping, and specifically scrapping lawnmowers. One of the blessings or curse that comes along with running this YouTube channel is people give me their broke down yard equipment all the time for free. So today I want to walk through, what do you look at when you actually make the decision? Do you repair this old lawnmower or do you take it to the scrapyard? And then we're going to talk about some of the specifics of how to prep it for the scrapyard and some of the dollar bills, the rates, and the money you can expect from your typical lawnmower based on today's highly inflated scrap rates. So with that, let's take a look at what our subject is here today. Now this here is a Craftsman GT5000. Now, I'm not going to trash the Craftsman GT5000. I think it's a damn fine lawnmower. It was made from around 2003 to 2006. Just an awesome piece of equipment. It's got a 26 horse Briggs and only a 48-inch deck, heavy duty, big tires. I mean, this thing was a beast for 20 years ago. But today, one of these suckers fixed up, I'd say it's worth $500 to $700 on the market. Now, if you include delivery, you might get a little more, or if you have Californians moving in, like I've got here, that's always a $100 premium if you can deliver it to their little 1 acre fake homestead, whatever they're doing out here. Anyways, regardless of that. So when you're making your decision, first look at the model, look at what it is, and look at the age. Now, most lawnmowers I get, we're talking about 20 plus years old. They're all going to be from that $500 to $700, maybe $800 range. For all the models, with one exception. If it is John Deere green, you can immediately add 30 to 50% premium just because it's John Deere green. And I don't care, everybody says they're all made at the same factory, all that crap, it doesn't matter. John Deere green means money because people care about that green. I'm telling you what, it's gonna make you money. So, first of all, we got a Craftsman. Now let's go ahead and look through it to see if it's fixable. First thing, you can look at the transmission. Throw it in neutral, see if it moves back and forth. That's good. Throw it in drive, see if it makes sure it does not move back and forth. If one of those two is off, then it is not worth fixing because your transmission is jacked. Next thing I like to do, look underneath the hood. Well, the engine. Now, this is a Briggs & Stratton, great motor, but there's a couple things you want to look at. The first thing, you want to turn it, see if it's free, as this one's free, and then make sure it has some wiggle room, it gives you some pressure back when you turn it, make sure it has compression. This one does, it feels like it's okay, but then check your dipstick. Look at that one, folks. We got a dry dipstick. What that means is that this motor was either run dry and froze up, which I don't think it was, or it's been leaking oil. If you look down here, all this gunk, see that nastiness and how it's kind of gooey? To me, that means this thing has an oil leak down on the bottom of the engine, on the rear, on the main seal of the engine around the crankshaft, and that is a booger bear to replace. So I have made the decision that I am not going to mess with this lawnmower. We're going to take it to the scrapyard because I don't feel like pulling this engine off. And also, these Craftsmen have a very funny gas tank on it, very complex, and you cannot get the gas tank anymore. And this one here, it's totally trash. I can see my buddy Brad thought he duct taped the hole in the gas tank, but when they get trash like that, if you can't find a replacement, it's just, folks, it's not worth it. All right, so we've made our decision to scrap it. Now, to prep it for scrap, you want to pull off parts that are worth the damn that you would keep. First thing I always look at is tires. If it has good front tires, take the tires off because you'll always use tires again. Back tires, they're pretty specific to the lawnmower. I usually just go after the front ones. Engine, that's a good one to pull if you think it's a decent engine. Pull the engine off. A lot of times I will pull the steering shaft off because it's a pretty big, long piece of steel that I use for gate latches. Seats, if the seat was worth a damn, I would definitely pull that sucker off, but you can see it is not worth anything. All right, so we're gonna take all this to the scrapyard. Oh, also the hoods are very specific, so hang on to a hood if you've got one that you think you might use down the road. All right, so we got her strapped in. One thing I wanna stress, take the battery off because you're gonna scrap the battery at a different rate than the rest of the lawnmower because this whole lawnmower is gonna go at the 10 rate. but the battery goes at a higher rate, and we're gonna show you that when we're going to the scrapyard. So yeah, we're gonna take this sucker to the scrapyard. I'm gonna show you some hints of going into the scrapyard. It is a redneck paradise, but there are some certain rules of the game so you don't look like an idiot going in the scrapyard. So strap on your seatbelt and let's roll on to Green Metal Recycling. All right, folks, we're pulling into the scrapyard. I'll show this. Now, I'm gonna talk first about scrapyard etiquette because you're gonna be pretty nervous and excited. The first thing when you pull into a scrapyard, don't go straight to the office. What you want to do is that they should have a big old scale, and you pull your truck up on the scale and they're going to give an initial weight. So you can see there, the lady is working the weight. Now why they're doing this, they're going to weigh your truck and trailer up front. You can see we're at 6740. She's a little fat today. All right, we are clear. And once you get the clear, go ahead and pull back. Now, most scrapyards are gonna have, it's gonna be a little rough driving. So if you got an old truck, I definitely would suggest that. You can see here, these guys are not playing games. That is my main man. He drives a forklift better than anybody. Just go ahead and follow their instructions because these can be dangerous areas. All right, boy, somebody's been drinking some cold Dr. Pepper. All right, he's coming down. Wow, look at that thing. It's like we're in freaking Terminator. All right, I think he's a little overkill on the tools being used. Uh-oh. See, you've got to line it up just right. Yep, there she goes. Into her final resting place. Beautiful. What a shot. I tell you what, it is worth it just to see this. I hope he drops it. Drop it, Jose. Nice, all right. And she is done for. Let's go get our money, folks. All right, now once you get your tin unloaded, again, don't go back to the office. Go back to the scale because they're gonna do a delta between your way in and your way out. So you can see, hopefully we are a lot lighter. Look at that. I thought that mower weighed a lot more than that. So see, we're at 6,100 and hopefully we get a thing, and then you can see there's other scales. Those other scales are for your batteries. So over there, after we're done, we're gonna unload the batteries for the different weight. So, all right, Meredith, I think that guy wants you to stop filming. All right, finally the shot you have been waiting for and wondering. Mower Mike, how big is that stack of cash you just made? Well, let's go for the official money shot. As you can see here, I made $45 cold hard cash off the Craftsman, and it's broken into two categories. Now, when you scrap anything from a lawnmower, push mower, weed eater, I don't know, whatever you got, cars, water tanks, 90% of the time, what you're gonna give them is gonna go at the tin rate. And you can see right here in Texas right now, the tin rate is 130 bucks a ton, which is actually a decent rate compared to the past. When you break it down to 7 cents a pound, because there's 2,000 pounds in a ton, and you times that by the weight of that lawnmower, which was 580 pounds. Now that's a lot for a 48-inch lawnmower, but they made them back in the day, they made them with some heavy duty steel. So typically you're riding lawnmower, a typical homeowner lawnmower, you know, anywhere from the 42 to the 50s, they're gonna run in that range, 500 to 600 pounds. So that nets out to the $37. And second category, I can see the batteries. They weighed the batteries, and it comes in at about twice the rate as the steel. That's why I suggest breaking the battery off. And that came out to $7, totaling $45 cash. So that's what I made. I'm just being honest and upfront about what you can make off a scrap lawnmower. So let's go ahead and do one more shot and tell you what I really think about this whole situation. Whoa! So, the big question, did I make the right decision in scrapping that Craftsman lawnmower? Well, if you're looking at it purely from a money perspective, then the answer is obviously no. $45 is not the most I could have made on that lawnmower. I could have fixed it, as we talked about. That was one, it could have been fixed with a lot of time, a little bit of elbow grease, a few parts. I probably could have made $400 to $500 on it, fixed with a lot of work. Or I could have sold it on Marketplace, on Facebook for easily $100, maybe even $200, the way things are going with the new mower prices. But for me, for peace of mind, and as you can see, I got plenty of projects going on here. I did not need another hassle. Something that you can just get rid of, make a little bit of scratch on. To me, it was the right decision. So I support you no matter what you do. On my channel, I've got every video needed to fix that lawnmower, or I'll support you on your scrapping endeavors always, because scrapping is just a damn good time for a Saturday to take the wife into the scrapyard. It is a bonding experience. So with that, I'm gonna get back. I know I haven't released a video in a while, but I've got several coming down the pipe, so get excited. I'm out of here. I'm gonna get back to wrenching. Mower Mike out.